Yo, what's going on, guys? So we're gonna be doing the Friday devotional today. So yeah, I really want to thank you guys for the devotionals already throughout the week. They've been sharpening, they've been on fire. It's been good. So with all that being said, I felt like we needed to talk about the objective, the mission, and the reasoning. Because we've been talking about a lot of love, we've been talking about a lot of different things like purpose, the reasoning behind things. We've been talking about just the objective of things. So objective means a thing aimed at or sought. That's sought. It means to be seen. It means to see it. It means being looked for. So the mission means an important assignment or calling. When we think about mission or we think about calling, we always jump to the Matthew 28:16-20, the Great Commission, right? The go and make disciples, and that's one of the missions. But why are we doing that? Why? The reason that we do that is because we care about the souls. We have something so great, so why would we want to keep it to ourselves? That's the reason. The reason is because we don't want to see people suffer for eternity. That's one of the reasons. And again, there's more and more different reasons, but that's just a few. Here are two examples. In Luke 5:17-39, it talks about the paralyzed man. This guy, he couldn't walk. He had some great friends though. Shout out to his friends. His friends were carrying him to Jesus. They took him into the area of Jesus. They carried him. They carried him on a bed. They said, "We're gonna get you to Jesus." And I don't know how they were thinking. I don't know how he looked. I don't know what was going through their minds, but they knew that their objective was to get their friend the healing that he needed. And that was the reason. The reason was because they knew the power that Jesus had and they sought after it. They had an objective, they had a mission. That was their mission. Their mission was to get their friend there. But then again, when we have a mission, right? When we have a mission, it's not going to go all good. It's not going to go all easy. It's never going to go, a lot of the time, it's not going to go according to plan. Why? Because we can't just forget about the enemy, because the enemy is a real person. The enemy is a real spiritual thing. So we can't forget about that part. So the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And what is he going to destroy? He's going to destroy our plans. He's going to destroy our purpose. He's going to destroy our mission. He's going to try to mess it up as much as he can. So, maybe these people got there to the house and they were like, wow, there's too many people. What do we do? And in my head, I'm over here thinking like, one of them had the great idea to go on the roof. Whoa, very prophetic, right? But no, they went on the roof. They took the man who was paralyzed, who couldn't walk. They brought him onto the roof and they had him, and they cut a hole in the roof for their friend to fit through, and they dropped him. They dropped their friend in front of Jesus. That was their mission, and they accomplished it. Their reason was because they loved their friend so much. Their reason was they were on they knew that the power that Jesus held. They knew that if they got him into the facility, he was gonna be good. Another story is in Mark 5:21. It talks about the woman who touched Jesus's robe. This one, I'm not gonna lie, these two stories, we hear it all the time, and that's why I'm not really digging into it, reading it through it, is because we should already know that. We should already know the stories. We should already know the testimonies. So, the woman who touched Jesus's robe, she was in a crowd full of people. She was in a crowd full of people. There were so many people there, but nobody thought of touching his robe. Nobody thought, I have the objective, I have the mission to touch his robe, and I believe that miracles are going to happen. I believe it. I believe it. I believe things are going to happen that nothing could ever happen. She was the only person in that whole crowd who sought after it, who had an assignment, who wanted to go on a mission, who wanted to aim at something, and she got it. She went for the robe. She touched his robe, and you guys know the story. So, but then that brings me to for us, the Great Commission, the go and make disciples. That's the mission, right? That's the objective. That's the plan. But every day it's not going to be easy. Every day it's not going to be rainbows and butterflies. No, it's not. There's going to be trials and tribulations. There's going to be things that we have to go through. I think Rob Sawyer sent a message in the group chat talking about that. We're going to go through things. We're going to go through it. But guess what? Keep your eyes on the prize, if you guys want to say it like that. But keep your eyes aimed or aimed at the objective, aimed at the mission. Keep your eyes on it. But not only that, keep your eyes on the reason that you're doing it. Because, a lot of the time when we do things, there's a reason behind it. When we do things, we may be thinking like, oh, maybe this person's looking at me. Maybe this person, maybe none of that. Maybe God's looking at you because he is. So every day of our lives, we should carry out that mission of going and making disciples. Every day of our lives, we should be picking up and carrying the assignment, carrying the calling that we have over our lives. We should be carrying that out. And our why should be why we do things, why we love people, why we care for people, why we spread the gospel, why we're so hungry for it, why we're so caring for people, why we're so so-called love evangelism. Like all of those things have a why, and it's because we love God and we love people. I hope that encouraged you guys. I hope that opened your eyes to the reasoning, the objective, and the mission, because we're all on a mission. We all have an objective, but we also have a reason. We have a reason behind the things that we do. We have a reason behind the purpose of our life. There's a reason that you're on this earth. There's a reason that the enemy's trying to attack you. There's a reason, and the reason is because the enemy knows that what God has for you, what your mission is going to be, what your objective is right now, the enemy's scared of it. The souls, the enemy doesn't want you to reach those people. Your family, the enemy doesn't want you to reach them. Because the enemy knows that, oh, if I could distract him a little bit, if I could put a little bit of rockiness, if I could put a big crowd, if I could put a little distraction, I can knock him off. I can change his whole mindset. And he wouldn't want to go reach those people no more. Why? Because it's hard. Why? Because he's going through things. Why? Because, let's see how much he loves people. Let's see. Really quick, I don't want to have it over 9 minutes, so we're going to cut it off at 9 minutes. But, I don't know why I was going to talk about this, but this whole week, I was just thinking about reasoning. And I was like, okay, but like, God, why? Like, yeah, reasoning is amazing, but why? Like, and then it came to my grandma. She told me about it, and she was like saying how like she felt like she wasn't doing things for God. And I'm sharing this with you guys because you guys are my brothers. You guys we're all family. So like, yeah. So she was like, yeah. For the past few years, she felt like she wasn't doing it onto God. She felt like her reason wasn't for God. She felt like her objective, she knew her objective, but she didn't know her reason, her real reason. She didn't know the real why. She was doing it for someone else. She was doing it for a different thing. She was doing it for a different reason. And a lot of time it could happen. A lot of time our reason could get distracted. Our reason could get twisted. But make sure our reason is on God. All right, guys? Love you guys. Peace.